Our main character Labyrinth World is now level 97 Rodrigo Largo. After fighting in the game for 10 years, a new action is required in which the old character gets the opportunity to choose a new character instead of points by marking the stone. The old one was bored to death, so the brother did not even think about it and fooled him without even knowing that his luck had run out. The good thing is that the old experience is needed. 1,97,000 points miles away from us. The thing is that we have got 2 points just like that. There is a band on the edge of the city. On one side there is this big band from which the scary Wahab Zaharin is seen, and on the other side behind him there is this sample of a poor girl who is passing by, but this hat has caught her breath from the cat's body. This is the girl's guild. It is seen that the poor girl is dying like a cow, and this day the caped-clad wife is in shock. The whole city is looking at this pair. This giant looked at the hero and said, "Forget it, we have found the way." Now all three of them move ahead, and the hero's pride starts decreasing in the eyes of this guy named Caesar. While passing through the street, the hero is just thinking that how could he get into this trouble? This guy will end up dying from you. All his efforts were wasted. Where did his points go? If we go back a little, we will find that he had a lot of confidence in his old strategy due to the fear of spending points. Instead of using it on yourself, it is better to convert your minions because his status reads cheap. Instead of making it a super powerful, put it on the form and love yourself. In the same process, he increased his 1,95,000 points and caused this seizure. He had made such a bad thing, but inside he was bursting with anger. He felt that being the master he would listen to it. Then the system dashed his hopes. The half of the fool was that if the loyalty of your boss is less, then he will flatly refuse to listen to you. The hero's mind got confused, meaning that he had spent 10 years of his earnings on a statue that would not listen to him. The system even said that it is too much. Now he is thinking only this while walking in the street. Brother, I want to look at him from wherever he is. This guy is not doing anything to many people. He is afraid that if I lower his height even a little, he will finish my work. The hero was just lost in the thoughts of his death when suddenly he sees a small pocket hidden nearby. The child comes crying and straight ahead. Hero's feet tremble now because our brother Sap had thrown all his coins on this platform and had laid an egg on his own platforms, so in one fell swoop he falls to the ground like a calf. Seeing Caesar coming towards him, hero was left in a tizzy, but only then did he ask, "Is it you?" I was so angry that I went out of his mind and went into the river. As soon as I said this, he felt so guilty of his mistake that now he would like to kill him, but something else was brewing in Caesar's mind. He thought that I wanted to kill him and he abused me. Brother friend, this person turned out to be really dangerous. Hero was not able to understand anything. Then the system told that now Caesar started feeling that he has lost his life. Something big is going to happen, but if it doesn't happen, then the same time will start again. Hero understood that he will have to prove himself in Caesar's eyes, but how will this happen in the absence of status? Just then a search engine has started. Grab the thread in his pocket. If he doesn't catch it within a minute, then all the many children that the hero has will disappear. The child had gone a long way by then. The hero was still curious. Order was given to Caesar to hold this little girl, but Caesar did not care at all. System gave a message that Caesar felt a strong royal energy from inside you. He came out from there with the speed of a bullet. Seeing him go, hero was left breathless, so my nose was crying a lot because of this. Then his eyes fell on this girl who was almost about to cry. As soon as hero spoke to her, he was left breathless. She tried to do this. She looked at him in a very strange and angry manner. Hero wondered why she was looking at me so sternly. I didn't even do anything but kept the seizure under control. To tighten his grip, he made a face and forgot. Son, you don't know who is my culprit. If you love your life, then stay in control. The poor girl started apologizing, but hero also blushed and said that he did not like the apology. The girl growled and gave him a can, but he was so angry that the hero started walking. For God's sake, he walked near the crawling. Stop and cut him down from here. Yet Caesar raised an alarm. Caesar grabbed the pocket knife. The hero thought, let's go, the prisoner is of good use, but as soon as he saw in front, he shouted Caesar was coming back and he had dragged this child by dividing him with his sword. The system gave him 3 rupees. You should kill the child or get information from him or just get away with your money. Yet Caesar said in great anger, this child has tried to cheat you. You will have to teach him a lesson. Only one thing was going on in the mind of the hero, that now Caesar is going to blow the neck of this child. Yet Caesar looked towards him. Why are the bosses showing anger now? The hero understood that if he showed weakness at this time, the child would die later. Caesar was staring at him and hero sighs and said, you have handled this matter in a very poor manner. Caesar was confused why I went so fast that no one even noticed. Hero said kill the person who has no benefit in killing him. He is a cow. Caesar wait for a while. There is no use now. I understand you want me to find out where the dirt of this child keeps going and I will clean it all. Isn't this the point here? I'm sorry boss, I had no idea how far your evil thinking goes. It was not happening now. I didn't mean to do that, but let's stick with it. His notoriety increased by one more point. He collected 200 gold coins from this kid. The hero was stunned. Where did this kid get so much money from? The kid said it's in the city. Many fools had come to play since then and it was reduced to a good level. The hero understood that this lad was trying to tease everyone. He asked him, what if I will continue this theft in the future? Also the hero replied, I don't want to listen to this. However, the hero wanted to narrate a tear-jerking story of the lad as if the mother has killed or the father has killed so that he can forgive the hero and increase his good name in the city. But then Caesar said. He caught hold of the child and said, look, from now on whoever teases you will face the same fate. That is, the proof will be on him. He started digging a hole. It is better that I keep sneaking, but Caesar took out his sword and said, a little one like you is of no use except for sneaking. If you are thinking that the master will forgive you, then it is better that you die right now. The hero standing behind was teasing the human being. The baby started walking on the ground after beating the door. Okay, I will do a good job every day and will give all the money to the dog. The hero was not able to understand anything. Then the system gave a notification that he has a small dog who will hit him all over the city because he used his servant to intimidate. So the magic attribute of his got opened. The hero thought that something is wrong in this game. Then Caesar said, you are really amazing. You have lied to him all his money and have made him your slave too. You are a very lowly person. Hero was thinking that there was no reason behind this. Then to please Caesar he said, tension of Caesar, one of them will be yours. Even after this his loyalty was not affected. He felt that if Caesar had done the work he would be happy to receive the money, but here it was the same as before. The hero felt that at least his loyalty would increase, but he did not count anything. Still the girl said that they have reached, but because they were standing in front of them the situation was like digging a hole for the hero. Why did he feel that he was in a place where adventurers go to take missions? The center of the city is quite luxurious, but here the people sitting under it were playing a crazy game of beating people with a knife between the legs. As soon as these people went from under the eyes of everyone to the doors, Caesar looked at me as soon as he stepped forward. What are you staring at? Which dog is going to die first? The hero standing behind was holding his head and thinking, brother, you took enmity with everyone. As soon as you came he turned and asked the girl, is this the dog that ate us? Where is the girl? Innocently asked, what do you mean? You guys were looking for the black minions. Hero patted his head. He understood that all this had happened because of Caesar's bloody appearance. Then the man sitting behind the counter wondered at him and asked, what is the work of the gun? Caesar came forward and said yes. He must have understood. A man sitting inside said that after looking at his appearance he was feeling as if he had committed murder today. The counter said, it's okay to drink 5 rounds. You guys have also come to the city. You don't have that much money, so I got angry. Caesar slapped the Sikh coin on the counter. The counter guy said, you really have money. This is a wooden peg. This is your ID. Caesar has stolen it, so he is asking us for wood instead of gold. You dared to touch my boss because you were sitting there. People are confused. Boss, what is he talking about? Why is this thin and dangerous guy accepting orders? That's why he said, be honest brother, if he is attacking giants then I wonder if there is something in this guy that he is not able to see us. But why is he wearing clothes like a nipple? Is he trying to save some of these guys who are going to cause seizures? As soon as he turned around, Caesar hit him with such force that he fell straight on the floor as if a river of blood started flowing from his face. Caesar warned everyone to think before turning his back on my stomach or else he will wipe out everyone here. He was not about to take out his sword when suddenly our heroes called from behind. Caesar got angry and the diamonds changed, said, while handling means that the street is dark, but here too there are some leaders who need to be respected. Caesar immediately put his sword back and said, I understood the bastard and the stickman. The man behind the counter was still in shock. The diamonds took the conversation further and said, look, when I went here today the list has opened to catch the rats and get the money. Now both of them had 2 series of missions at once. The diamonds had seen that it was not just a waste of work, yes, but the money is also like running away, only this one mission was a little better. I thought it was a waste to collect money from a person who had not paid the debt. He said, okay, I will do this work of collecting money. This is a bill shop. This is called a bill shop. The person at the counter was not going to give information. Just then a person was shocked by the money and said, keep it up brother, information is not given for free. It was a man named Hans who said that he took a little money and reached them there. Maybe Diamond understood that everyone in this unfortunate guild is just busy in picking the pockets of others. The swans walked away with it. I just accepted that you have done the work of a real criminal. It is not the same that we have passed on the skin of this greedy person who has not paid the fee. Diamond was sucked. Oh no brother, there is no such thing as a plane like mine. He clarified the matter and said that we should respect the members of the guild and should take decisions wisely. But Caesar was in his own mind. Hans opened a door and lay down, saying with excitement, "This is the way from here." I entered inside the diamonds and saw some expensive things kept there, but they looked quite old. Then a guy sitting behind stood up. He was himself. He said, "Come right now, looking at you. It doesn't seem that you have come here to sell something." The swan's face turned away from the guild. Whenever the guild members came to collect the diamonds, there was a dirty game of killing people. Caesar placed his hand on the swan's shoulder and asked him to move away from there. Caesar said, "I will respect the elephant in my chest and I will work with him." He stood very close to the elephant. The bull asked the lion's brother, "Are you dead, and what are you doing to—" Then Caesar extended his hand towards the bull. He felt that the bull was shaking his hand, so he also extended his hand and met him. I was happy, but Caesar kept staring at him. Suddenly Bull's eyes started crying. I touched his hand and it felt as if electricity had been sent to Bull's entire body. As soon as he shook hands, Bull's work was done and he remained there staring at the diamonds. This monster killed the NPC in one shot. Now how will we get the money? But then the system blew up 350 bullets as a reward, and on top of that. Now Gani reaches back to the same bar where there is a pile of coins on the table. The old man standing behind the counter is staring at them with wide eyes and asking, "Where did the boys get so much money from?" Our own soul speaks in a sigh. "Rest in peace, we have not touched any of this. The rest is giving us a headache. We are not going to tell anything more than this." And with this the money collection mission ends. He goes, but looking at the scene it seems that out of the total 300 coins these rescuers are going to get only 2 cans of silver as their hard-earned money. He is not able to understand why this lying down is so strange, but the other guy is totally in pain and he is wondering why there is so much trouble here. Did the person giving the mission come to know that we have disposed of this man? Then that tells you that you are the slave of these people. There should not be any trick in taking you to the forest. Then why are you guys earning money by doing menial jobs here? Caesar directly answers that this is the fate of the world. What is the reason for you? Then a man from behind comes from behind and says in the chat, "Oh, what a neatness this is. That mission was not for the players. If people like you will do this work, then why should I die in the back?" He gives a sharp answer, "Yes, so I did not like any other mission. What should I do now? What should I do?" The boss says, "While studying in the beach, just do it now. Look, you already have a lot of money. You are the fascist. It took me 10 pounds to go to the 2 painted girls. You can't think." But then he slaps you. The boss scratches the company and the model looks at him and says, "Is this money worth the money?" People believe that this is the cable. He looks back at her and says that this is only for now. This is the appearance only for now. He is making her jump. He has made her mad in a short time. Still he is sitting and says, "Hey, you are getting her. I just want to write your name and the rest of the information." "Calm down, baby. I was just joking. Why are you looking at me like that? They will kill me." But Caesar does not like this joke at all. He grabs hold of this stubborn person and asks cryingly, "How dare you?" Bastic gets scared and forgets that my master is making fun of me. "Oh brother, cool down. You will find the middle now and you all will also get a free place to stay." But Caesar seems to be confused and says, "I don't care. You have made fun of Bastic too big. I have made a mistake, so I apologize to Timmy's. Otherwise today you and all the others have not survived." He writes to Bastic that Caesar is threatening, but then Caesar swings his sword in the air and destroys the entire counter. Now Bastic loses his city belt and he grumbles, saying it was a mistake. Now end this conversation. Then he turns to the hero and says, "Brother, look at this. I am sincerely sorry." But Caesar is still not pacified. He thrusts his sword and says that just speaking will not do. Now try to prove in some other way. How true is your apology? Now he grows taller and takes out 170 coins and says it is not much, but for now keep it in mind. Our hero has read in one go, brother, the whole 100 coins from a minor NPC. If I tell you the truth, then this turkey which will make us get the job done is really a blow. She is working on the other side, but as soon as Heiser sees the hero smiling, he turns towards Sadami and looks at me. I feel bad looking at these walkers. For God's sake, this way of apologizing does not seem true at all. The poor shopkeeper is completely confused. He panics and says that he will give more money in honor. Also he takes out a sword and says, "Take this sword, Sturnt," plus the tree keeps growing. The hero looks at the sword carefully. The truth is that the sword is enough. He takes the sword in his hand and gives it a little fun again, but tells Caesar that he is taunting again. He jumps and picks up the sword and says this is all, we don't care about this, so we don't need a name. The poor hero has not been able to understand what face he should make now, yet Caesar refuses to bow down and moves towards the shopkeeper like this as if he would really finish his work, but even then something stops his attack. Caesar remains unperturbed, but a girl emerges from the distance on the roof's trapdoor and asks what is all this noise about. He also asks her to tell her name. The girl says in excitement that thanks for the praise she has to take my name. The brave hero is unable to bear his eyes. How is this girl showing such courage in front of Caesar? Doesn't she love her life? Caesar gives a final warning, saying that he has come in her midst again. Yes, he is abusing me for fear of death. It is clear from the hero's side that why is this girl waiting for Caesar at all? Is he not able to see how much danger this guy is? But the fellow hero noticed one thing: Caesar was a little worried, otherwise by now he would have choked him. It clearly means that this girl is not as much of a threat as Caesar himself is, and the swiftness with which she saved herself was really a praise for Caesar. There is a lot of tension in the water, but this girl is letting it go. Will Caesar not be able to deal with the trouble? But if this girl has stopped him, and from the speed with which she has jumped down, then it seems that it has started till the very beginning of Caesar. Now the reason for this is that in the beginning of the story it is not wise to take a joke from such a weak person, but the hero is the saving American boy. He is trying to throw Caesar back. Not even for what can I do otherwise if I want to talk about it a bit, he asks hesitantly. Was your name Lucy or Lena? I can't remember it properly. Please tell me one thing: when someone makes a mistake, who is to blame, his boss or his friends? Lena thinks for a moment and then joins in and says I should stop talking about things, but I am in my mind, so I just want this. She asks for forgiveness from Tammy's. She hesitates, jumps on a cow lying on the floor, and says I have heard that you people want to join the world. Then why are you like donkeys talking about killing this man? People like you, before asking for anything you should ask Jero. He says to Rue this girl is just talking about the leaves, and on the same thing he is further scolded. He says in anger, that's what Lena is, my mother. Have you ever seen so much money with a new player? Seeing so many coins, Lena starts drinking the cocks. She says that she is proud of the truth. In that amount of time the whole shop can be bought. Where did a beginner get so much money from? He answers in style, just understand that I have such information which even the richest man can't buy. Lena now starts getting interested in it, that it is so much money. By the way, how is he printing money? She asks why is this dangerous guy calling me? She has forgotten what to do, but what is the difference between taking and doing some acrobatics in the air? And she disappears, calling him a fool. As soon as the tube closes, everyone becomes silent. The hero thought that Caesar would be only a little bit, but brother Caesar is Caesar. When he said without a plug, he said that it has grown with this. Caesar's growth has increased and the spite of our hero has increased. So the base hero is not able to accept that in the very first mission they have killed this guy who was about to give the job. Yet we see in the flashback that the lion is getting bored of saving. This time the lion was just making dirty jokes and drinking wine. He felt that he was something like defeating the people is the pride of his ability, so he left a lion to die. If this is all the contribution. Had Linu not been able to check the farm, she would have left this place sooner or later. Still in the rage of Caesar, she ran away. She went to see what was happening. She saw that everyone was squeezing their tails and oozing such a foul smell that it forced the man to apologize. And what told me was that he was apologizing not for himself but for his sake. Lina thought this monster, how can anyone give orders to such a powerful person? But when he saw Bast, he immediately ran and sat down. Even his paws were like those of a crow. Then he saw that the shopkeeper had given him 100 round coins. He thought that now he would be happy, but there was no sign of happiness on Bast's face. I don't know, he had made a strange expression. It seemed as if he did not like all this at all, and on top of that his face was also very happy. He was strange to God. Then even after seeing this huge sword the heroes made a smile as if they believed that it was something. Then this Caesar suddenly tried to kill this giant, and Linhu became convinced that this guy is crazy. Killing the person giving the mission means killing himself. Let's say that it is beneficial to stay close to this elder, whoever he is. Actually, the thing is that our hero's fighting machine is broken, due to which the facial features of his face get distorted a bit in the game and people mistook him. Well, now coming back to the scene, as soon as this elder's neck snaps, the guild assistant starts touching the screen. The hero is also gone. The hero knows that if the rest of the guild members have decided to kill Caesar gave the mission, so even these two together will not be able to stop them. This is all true, but from the beginning too something has been said by Norm. He turns toward Caesar and says, and Caesar is also like that he was just following his own will, but look, you have given him the reins. Caesar says to himself in his heart, I have learned to read your mind. The truth is that I should not have killed this old man by kicking him, and along with me 2 or 4 other people said that I am a madman. I really should have said that this deceitful and treacherous hero thinks that he is inferior to his work. Then you told the truth. What kind of bastard is this Santa? Yet Lena reads it again and says that you have turned out to be a very brave person. I have not seen such a stone-hearted person today who is scolding his disciple because he has not been able to tease anyone. The hero goes on denying his rights. This is then returned. Caesar is scolding him. This is the eagle which everyone knows. There is no need to forget it again and again. If the biggest postal organization which is destroying the world will not be the biggest, then what will happen? Hero thinks how much anger brother because of this people will consider me as a fool, but Lena is having a lot of fun in all these things. She is talking to the roof and starts praising herself, saying that she is fashionable in the pursuit and assassination, but on top of that, she has a good complexion in the caramel flower, and it is clearly seen to her how beautiful she is. She says boldly that the world is in dire need of talent like her. The hero is confused. In one line he describes himself as a great man and also a bloody one. He asks her whether she is pretending to be herself or she is speaking, but she turns to the hero and says that she has understood everything now. She has come to know that she has heard like Caesar. Why is the hero wandering behind this lazy-looking flower? The hero asks to be hidden, but she does not take the name of being touched. She says excitedly, you have just revealed that you want to take over the world, but are not in trouble. If such a big ear is going to happen, then I am also with you. This is much better than a caramel flower. She stands up silently saying that she will get her name engraved in the flower, but her rate is fixed. The hero clearly refused to give me even a single word, but Lena took it as a joke. She felt that the boss has kept her in the team and is just not giving her the salary. She says happily that you really have been very good. From now on I feel like a seizure of your team. I get upset seeing all this. He is the one who makes such a slave to me, and his stupidity increases by 1 more point. Poor hero, I am thinking why is he so happy, but now his team has become a bloodthirsty beast and the girl is a madman. It is clear that Lena is the female version of Caesar. The scene changes and we reach the center of the city. The hero is still wondering if Caesar will be alright. He leaves after guarding her and says that he has memorized everyone's face. Hero says, leave me thinking about this and these nonsense. Don't talk again and again. Caesar, you need to forgive me. I had forgotten in the past that you have not spared your eagles on anyone. The hero beats his head and thinks that now is the time to test Caesar's psychology. Still he sees an abandoned girl crying. She looks at Caesar and sees a child crying, so seeing him, what is he planning to do? Caesar stares at him and says, understood, you want me to work, but I feel that these people have accepted your begging and got crushed. The hero has made his mark in vain. I want to know what he wants. Leaving me aside, Caesar goes to the girl, looks at her, and then teases me again. This is very minor, it doesn't matter to me. The hero takes the China's mother-in-law. It is better to kill than I want. Now the scene shifts. So in the adventurers gallery, everyone there is complaining that there are not many good missions there these days. There is a long line. Caesar feels irritated as to why there is such a long line, but he asks the hero to join the line after biting his teeth, and Caesar hides his pride. The hero has understood how to keep Caesar under control without arousing suspicion. Other people are worried about this small question. How are they ruling over such a big man? Something is wrong. The same timid smile appears on Caesar's face. It is the turn of the other cars. The woman standing there explains that a blood test will have to be done on a machine to know his status. He will cause a seizure and make everyone conscious or something else. People get ready because you will see such strength that you have never seen. The hero wonders why this bastard is going to donate his body again, so at first he refuses that he will not give his blood in vain, but he feels that the situation there is very different. He has become scared. Maybe he is afraid of everything. He thinks that if he moves I will give him the bone of blood. I will check the stats and end the watch anyway. I have worked a lot on my charisma, so maybe something big has come out. The poor guy is feeling that his luck is about to shine and someone will take him in hand. He is feeling happy that if he has controlled a guy like Caesar from the beginning, then he will have more chances in the game. The attitude of both of them will increase. She has full hope that the hand is going to be hard. She turns towards this woman and says in a big mood, then show me which class I am lucky enough to take. As soon as she checks the woman, she becomes conscious of our own eyes. There it was written that this boy will either get tired or wash his hands or will be the one who will put the secret. As soon as Caesar saw him, a fierce look appeared on his face. The tears increase and he slowly starts getting closer to the diamonds and starts getting scared that if he gets such a tough class then there will be nothing left of his fortune and his business will end completely. But then he realizes that he has made a mistake too. Just to get into this game he had intimidated a common man, robbed a criminal, and then started harassing the shopkeepers because of this. Looking at the exploits, this end used to be the most suitable, yet suddenly Caesar's thoughts are overturned and he says that to become a hero he keeps looking at the screen with teary eyes because everything had increased there. Now new classes were being seen there. The one plotting the murder of Gina and getting scared like a professional hero asks the woman that how this class has increased suddenly. She answers that sometimes this happens when the player has a loyal warrior or a slave to help him so he can write for a while to see what powers he actually has. God is behind Caesar. He is always chasing us. It is only because of me that all this is possible. Protagonist tells this bastard to stay hidden, but Caesar is just celebrating in his own mind. He says that what can be expected from now on is that this class of a hero is really very brave. It is not late that he has chosen this class because compared to the other classes this was the least burdensome. Now being the most powerful person, he can run any organization under his control. The special thing is that the more powerful the members of his group are, the stronger he himself will become. She doesn't see any special happiness on the stone. She is the same. Caesar, what did your glass look like? Caesar says very comfortably, there is nothing special, just like this. The tiger on a random color thinks that at least he got something. This task also wins on him. Caesar thanks him and says that this is a great praise. The hero thinks with pride that praise was not stupid. Yet the scene changes and we are adventurers. They reach a small room in the garden where everyone is looking beaten and disheveled. Caesar is sitting there with his legs crossed and says that you have a very nice name. Someone among them says thank you very much. Hero is wondering why this guy is forgetting to call him Tanky, yet Caesar declares that he will give everyone a chance to go home alive. Hero forgets to save his rights. I have not told you anywhere that as soon as the spring comes people have to be respected. Caesar turns towards him and says, that's it, you want me to show you respect? Hearing this from Caesar, the hero turns away saying that he doesn't know what kind of respect he is going to make, but he feels a little angry. How is this Acna behaving? Why is the adventurer doing such a thing in the middle of the mistake? The hero realizes that what he has to do is to challenge the trouble. The basic class that Caesar has got makes him even more powerful when he kills people. This means that to increase his power he has to kill more and more people. But the scientist understands that this bastard likes his class too much and he has already started practicing. Now he understands that why did Caesar say that he has taken the lives of the people whom he is leaving, yet there is a golden-haired boy waiting there. He stands up and gives some coins and says that he has a lot of work. He has to go to the bank to deposit the money. Caesar asks that there are coins to be taken, so he tells that there are only 1 penny coins and 30 copper coins. Caesar smilingly says, well, you put money in the bank so that it remains safe, then why not give that money to me? I will keep it safe for you all at once. The protagonist is supposed to understand that this is a closed day. The golden-haired boy starts running for his life and keeps saying no one will touch my money, but then he has been hit right in the middle of his stomach. Caesar says very calmly that year old was trying to save his money and he was calling me a robber. He tries to live like a scoundrel and the other adventurers are looking at him as if they have seen something. The scene changes and we reach a village where Lino is roaming around laughing in the pond. She is wondering where the last base and that crazy man of knives have gone. She is sure that somewhere they are doing something very big. On the other hand, our heroes have kept some wild fools locked in the room and they are dancing like birds as best they can. She has forced me to entertain both of them. On the other hand, Lenny, who remembers that this boy's eyes were so ignorant as if he was getting bored even after standing in front of death. She remembers the words of Caesar that there was some dark feeling that was about to end the world. She starts thinking that in such a situation it is often someone dreams of ending the world and the kind of terrible people she was with. This boy man doesn't right at all. If that's the case, then Lena has been explained how to manage the night's planning and she gets to work right away. The scene comes back to the city where the terrorist's condition is getting worse due to the cold while Caesar is saying that the weather is very bad and he thinks that he will feel bad too. Bastard, I put on what I bought before I have spent all my money on it. He gets so fed up of this that he passes. She kicks the dog's box lying there and the elder one realizes that she should have found him earlier, but then in a strange way a long line emerges from the dog's box. Both of them are surprised to see her, wondering what she is doing here. She takes out her pocket and feels strange and says that she has made a little mistake. Pertgun's Tornat wants to know why she is acting like a mad person here and what happened to this mission, in which the information was not allowed to reach the robbers. She suddenly makes a fool's face that she is a bit stupid and this small thing has gone out of her mind. He has nothing left to say. He tells Caesar to put this little thing back in the box. They close it, put a big stone on top and go away from there. The diamonds say with a sigh, let's rest now, but after a while she joins them again and says that at least she has achieved proficiency in snatching that pouch. After all, she had snatched that pouch from the gang members and she had made complete arrangements so that everyone would think that the boss there has been killed by someone else, but the story breaks when she was doing all this. Then the regional manager came in and he caught Linu red-handed. Tarmaganst grabs it for himself and asks, keep it in mind that you are not the only one. Don't worry, but now I am the main suspect in this whole story. Linho says, from the big house where I have caught the truth. Now the blame of all this will fall on Lenina. He turns towards her and says that by working with you, Linho, now I feel like he has taken the brunt of luck. Now I am leaving, but as soon as I hear this she starts crying and says that the boss has a big heart. What did she do to this poor girl? To clean dirt she is caught in the attempt and is made a suspect. He looks at the ptarmigans and thinks that he can't see the beauty of the girls. He waves his hand at her and says that at least you got saved, because if you wanted she could have asked the police and scolded you and there is no blame on you. Why didn't you do that? She replies that she had thought about it, but she felt that it would be better to try hard. It is better to take the money from the boss itself. Rue understands that there is a sudden turn towards this idiot, so he starts walking away from there and says that enough is enough, I don't want any such hotel. However, they reach an inn and the gangster says that he needs a room for 2 people and a single room for a boy, and yes, there must be a conversation in the girl's room. The owner of the inn says that we should talk silently. Are you wondering why he is taking so much care of his subordinate number 2? Hero gives a curt answer, because there is a foul smell coming from your body. She is embarrassed but still says thank you to him, but obviously she did it because she is a girl. How can she sleep in the same room with 2 boys? And also it was better to keep a distance from Caesar. She had given him a warning, so leave this girl alone. He is not in danger, but then he thinks that if he sleeps with Caesar in the same room and if Caesar even kicks him during the night, then his work will be done. The truth is that staying in the same room with him is very dangerous, hence he says, Caesar, keep that room, I don't want it. Caesar is dying for it. Keep it. Are you going to tell the innkeeper about his room? But this guy is thinking of counting. He says Sai is drunk, but Caesar is misunderstanding your behavior. He says, well, you are really the most heartless and cold-minded among us all, but tell me one thing, why are you thinking so much about such a line? He says a little shyly, now what are you talking nonsense? Caesar replies, she is a useless chile who could not even handle the matter of the golden yellow. Still you showed mercy and gave him the room at that time. He says you won his trust and met him from where he came from. Aren't you really going to play his game on this day itself? The Protestant speaks sheepishly and he is completely innocent. The first, am just looking at the other room because I don't like to sleep in a crowded place and I have a lot of other work to do. I just want to see him when I have time. He keeps staring at her, thinking that he can't even guess what is brewing in Bast's mind. In the next scene the hero is sleeping and there is a big boy in the night. No, I am not awake, but it was the seizure which was making me cry. Hero asks what is he doing here. Saru has come yesterday and it seems that he hasn't slept even for 3 hours yet. She reads his glance on the site and he is staying in sin. Seizure is lost there. The hero is standing with a sword and is reaching for it through the cloak. Terignus asks with fear whether he has killed anyone. Caesar says with great pride, of course no, I have killed 7 people and no one has seen it. The hero becomes completely convinced that this fool must have killed Linhu in the dark, but then out of nowhere the girl emerges from a hidden door and from a distance and says chirpingly, did you give me a nice night? Hero's mind gets confused as to what is happening. All this, she says that she has just come to make sure that we can have a peaceful sleep again and she is hungry. Hero is in a daze and doesn't understand anything. It hasn't even been 10 seconds since he woke up and both of them are on top of him. The strange thing is that both of them are looking concerned for him, but then they themselves he is worried and thinks that it would be too much to consider these two as his companions. People look as tired and defeated as sacks. Everyone is talking about something that is 3 times more difficult than the brain. One girl says that her skills are increasing, but those monsters are also acting very bad. Someone else agrees with him and says that who would have thought that even killing small dead monsters would be difficult. I lost so much sweat. Even though one of them bumps into someone, and guess who it was? When he looks back he sees Caesar standing in front of him. Caesar turns away and runs away from him. He is trying to become the bastard. Lena is also behind, and on getting a pat on the shoulder from the girl she says the bastard is just waiting for a kiss from me. Just give it to me once, so let both of them complete the task right now. I am the one who is ready to start the Great India. The group runs away, leaving their friend abandoned, and runs away with a bang, and with that our hero's villain's illusion grows bigger. He just gets up and says, for God's sake listen to me, we can't do team talk like this every time. Lena gets excited and asks, so what are we finally going to do? Hero says yes, we are going to liberate, but since we are not there yet we have to start. Caesar asks if anyone knows how to do this, but Lena straight up tells the hero that he thinks that it is necessary to complete these initial tasks to gain strength and unlock the difficult missions. It is like proving one's ability in a way. Caesar says that he has understood, but Lena still insists that why is there a bug. Caesar goes on to say that she really doesn't understand the truth if we do any of these missions. If you make a big racket, then the aim of the new players will be ruined. The main aim is to humiliate everyone. Now I understand that we are bringing ourselves down in order to invite others. This is pure friendship, but they are thinking that at least these two have agreed on something. Whoever it may be, a bloody man who has his own power base, a fortuitous girl who has a magic pouch like this. It is not a big deal for the team to overcome the things of the first level, and on top of that they will also get money, and it looks like the level of Lud. Thinking this, he had taken up the mission of cleaning the globe, but Tignist thinks that it is a matter of great fun, that he is sitting like a dreamer in the team, so he is not even ahead of me. He was hoping to get a chance to wear the level. But this was a perfect plan. He says to the group, get ready, we are leaving for our first mission. In the middle of the city, behind a huge gate and heavy fencing, there is a labyrinth. The entire city is built for the purpose of keeping the monsters imprisoned there, and we put a wire on them so that their population does not increase. When they reach the entrance of the labyrinth, there are dead bodies lying there. It was Caesar. Mark says yes, that army of crows are dying so quickly. This is what he says. Maybe Caesar expresses his anger and says that he doesn't know who would have killed them. It was a giant minion, it was a troll or a 10-meter long tiger, but he reminds the hunters that, brother, this is a beginner's mission. The people of Giles will never send them to a place where there are so many dangerous monsters. Caesar says dejectedly, it is a matter of great regret. I was desperate to show my true self. Yet Lena points to one side. Why, there is a castle near the dead bodies. Both of them just stand there watching. He says, come on, here is your first big competition, and starts taunting them. Caesar takes out his sword and says in a very filmy style, look at my flame, you will not even be able to touch them in this world. But before he could complete his statement, Lena went ahead with the speed of lightning. She reads it twice and has killed both the guppies. The game is over. She then confronts Caesar about why he is standing there and telling the story. When he was about to kill the people, she says that she had to kill these guppies because they were trying to steal her prey. Seeing all this, she writes to the ptarmigan for the first time that they should not get into trouble with each other. Why shouldn't these two be his followers? Both of them had grown up with each other, but he gets saved, but the monsters standing behind him get bitten. Both of them are jumping into each other, but the ghosts all around are there, while our hero hiding behind the stone is having fun. He is trying to get lucky. After a while he will be roaming around in a circle. Why? Then he says that both of you are chasing him. Very politely, Lena felt that you are just praising her, so she started looking for an opportunity to start a fight again. Hero forgets that I am praising both of you. She agrees to remain a little confused and says, okay, she will fight with a little help even if this murder is of no use to her. Then the hero says that now that's enough, very much. People are talking about their anger in their hearts, and time and again, if this continues, then how will we adventure into the depth of this book? Lena asks whether they will also take the time to hunt, and without even thinking, brother's mind comes out that they will definitely do it. He is a hunter. Then Akana is like a jet's letter. Where should he say this? He did not mean it. Then this Caesar has come and jumped, but Do you really want to hunt Engoblin? Do you think that he thinks to himself that this character's stone will shine only at 40 and this condition is very bad, but he does not give up and says why not, we should not give up. Caesar says now I understand. Lena starts jumping with joy that she will see Bast fighting for the first time. She is completely different from him, that Bast will destroy everyone with his dangerous trick. She tells the English that look, he is a small goblin. The same creature has already been idle and has been working towards them. Now the hero has seen the face of the gable in front of him. Looking at the working jive, he is thinking that let's go, whatever will be seen. I have this big sword for the purpose, so it was not necessary for me to kill the gable as much as one had to maintain his style while killing. He attacks thinking that only the word needs to be seen, everything else should go to the wind, but the young elder goblin suddenly runs to the side and hits the hero on the head with his stick. The hero is convinced that this creature, strange as it is strangely sharp. He swings the sword again, but the bastard again dodges it. It was as if Chi's sword was equipped with a fusion effect, due to which the edge of the sword could hit a little further than its length, and even though it hit Gablin he would still be killed. Bill's stomach was bleeding and he ran away from there by pressing his tail. Our warrior felt that he would die, but he also had the feeling that if he got away from Beln he would be in great trouble. He hides his sword in his breath and throws it towards him, but the sword falls on the ground in the middle like a ball. Both of them just stand there and keep looking like this, and Beln looks at him with all eyes, and he becomes jealous of his hero now. Acting as if nothing has happened, he picks up his sword and starts moving forward, yet Caesar forgets that this elder of yours has defied even my expectations. Lena gets confused and asks whether the boss has really defied her too. Our hero too forgets nothing and just keeps walking while Lena makes up her mind that what happened last, Kion's health is bad. He does not give any answer and she leaves from there, and after some time the bus is sitting around the campfire and the transformation is very strange. Lena is looking here and there again and again. She is not understanding anything. Then suddenly she raises her hands and says that she is in a groovy phase right now, so she is going to sleep early instead of keeping watch. Caesar again calls her with the same strange rudeness and says that the boss is not well. Isn't he seeing that it is Lena who needs rest the most? She sighs and says that she is the youngest and Caesar has no need of rest, only then he will take care of her. He tells her that Caesar is only 15 years old. Hearing this, she is left tearful. She says that it is not possible that this is a 30-year-old tired person. Caesar feels and says that people who are weaker than him should not talk about things. Then that's enough. He cuts the conversation and says that's enough. Lena, you are a bandit, so use your tracking skills to find your way, but she throws up her hands and says that unfortunately she has never learned all, that she is a big liar. She wonders if you have discovered all the navigation skills in the bandit's house. She says with great regret that she has posted what else she has learned. She says that all she has learned is to hide and spy. To do and kill. He has learned to do just that by losing Caesar's blood, and he tells Rue that now he is going to be linked without any information, that he will be beaten by what he did last in this day. After all, despite having an argument, he has to guard only Rue, which is quite strange, but when he looks back he doesn't see Lena anywhere. He realizes that that crazy girl has really gone and hidden herself somewhere. Then suddenly he understands. There is a cat next to him and she says with a sigh that she is feeling like a child, so she will teach him something which he would like. However, a skill transfer event starts which teaches him a technique. Hero gets interested in it because he is giving a professional hand. He is a post. So what are you going to teach me? She says the most important thing is the diamonds are posts. What? She will teach me to kill, and she says that if she holds it exactly right she stabs the knife with her forefinger. Then in the blink of an eye she follows him and says that the whole game is about attacking the delicate parts of behavior and modesty. Then she asks me to stick the knife in the wall, and now he has to do the same thing 1,000 times. Diamond is disappointed, but because such missions are very difficult to achieve he agrees to this, but the actor starts and she keeps harassing him, and after trying 1,000 times he goes all the way, but the skeleton transfer fails because he had mastered only 3 pages. Lena makes fun of him by saying that he is starting with one thing, but he has completely failed in the matter of staring. Yet suddenly Caesar comes behind them and asks them to look back to see where some 2 men are looking. He notices all 3 of them and he's seeing them staring at us. The hero wants to know about them by pressing his 2 feet, and then a mission is activated to catch them if they get out of hand. Then in the next 2 days this pasture will not be known, and this is the only way to find a way out. Hero speaks softly and Caesar understands. He says if they get out of hand then the next 2 pastures will not be known. Sometimes we will have to wait and this is the only way to find a way out. Hero just speaks softly to Caesar and Caesar understands. He says that I have just caught him and I am bringing him back and brother boom he is carrying a dog bearer in India and goes away. Lena is standing there and cooing like a fool saying that the child is very far away. Look, she is not feeling scared at all. Hero says why should I go, and it is Caesar that's it. Lena says no, do you want to fight for us? Caesar is not a fool when it comes to roads. He will catch these prisoners but he will know the way to return them to Hero. It is believed that the girl is saying that if Caesar goes too far then he will never be able to fight again. Hero tells her to run after Caesar and rescue him, but he also tells her to go with him. If he is left alone then he too Hero will run away after 3 minutes. Yes, he is in a bad condition. Lena asks in great confusion that he has that disease in which he reads with great force. Hero jumps and says that he is not dying while staying calm. She says maybe, but now he is trapped. Now we can't do anything but pray that he goes to Adventureland. Still, the system announces that Caesar has taken them. Hero takes a sigh of relief and tells Lena that now there is no need to worry, but she turns around and asks that we are safe now. We will not have to wash Caesar otherwise. He explains to the hero that relax, even if Caesar is bathed he has caught genie adventurers. They will bring him back to us. Hearing this, Lena becomes happy and says thankfully there is someone in the group who can wash things. However, Hero suddenly turns his head and asks her. Lena asks what she wants to do after getting out of here and she says thank God there is someone in the group who can wash things. However, Hero suddenly turns his head and asks her what she wants to do after getting out of here. Lena doesn't understand anything. He says that she is capable because of the way she tried to teach him, that's why he gives her something. Lena gets emotional and says that there are many people caring for her because it means that her parents will have to bear the brunt of her food. Hero thinks that this is the current thing why all the dogs of this city are dying of hunger. She feels that the poor guy should also look at the big Gary, which is good for her because it is good for her because food is available at the hands of the people who eat their slaves. After all, it would be much cheaper to hire him, so this good thing is about to be lost. Caesar kills an adventurer. The hero suddenly remembers that he had forgotten one small detail. Caesar will kill this person. At that moment, Lena points out that there are other adventurers there. There is a whole group of adventurers. Hero starts staring at me while Lena is strangely excited. The whole of Zelena is in the fort. He walks away and says that this go away from the strange man. He doesn't see any danger. The hero doesn't understand anything. One of them starts abusing him, saying what a lowly person he is who is taking advantage of a small girl in this day. The hero is still confused as to why these people are thinking like this, and the biggest shock is that if the seizure comes at this time then all of them will be killed. What a poor and vulnerable girl I am. This friendly man has taken advantage of me. Brother, it is my turn to be shot. The archer has come and grabs the girl who had just escaped from the 2 heroes and jumps and asks why there is a tomb, and that is that the elephant is about to leave, and then more daggers come towards them and they push them back with the swords which they both ring. Their captain says that this guy has been dodging the daggers of Holan. He has some advanced vision which Holan has realized as well. It is happening. I feel that the danger is very big. As weak as this guy looks, we will have to take him seriously and risk our lives to face him. Akana's captain becomes serious and says, Call, I have to tell you that I love you from the beginning. Call Botchin gets shy and says that if we are alive children then you will have to forget the rest. I am standing on the other side wondering what nonsense is going on. This is a mental and drama going on, but why should these people stay away from me? They are trying to confuse everyone, yet the line is posted that they should kill the snake. The hero does not want him to do this, but he does not even know what he will do himself. Yet a notification comes that Caesar has killed another goat, which gives the hero a spear and so on. He gets the lead and does not get the skull suddenly, but the spirit of the hero is like that of a lion, but his Marta is also only 002. There is a real Basseth who gets fear from his eagles and instills fear in the hearts of the enemies. There is a different drawing from the face of the hero, due to which Lena says that the Basath's face also looks like the one due to which he bleeds 50 times a day. The hero gets confused that after all, what kind of face is he making when the anchors turn towards him? Then he thinks that he should not start looking at the father. Well, later on there is still a team behind him. I saw that he looks at them with such a look which would make them freeze from the door, but they are still standing in front of him, meaning there is no question as written. Lena Beauty wonders why they are standing towards that idiot. She has to come in front of the hero when a guy comes driving by. Now the hero realizes what a dangerous situation he has put himself in. The prisoner points the sword at him, which is moving straight towards his neck. He writes to the hero that now the game is over. At that moment the prisoner stops and tells the hero that maybe his aura has worked, but look who is behind it. Our Caesar is posted in the jungle. You people have brought this sword like a toy. Why has that man come? He has written a letter, but the next moment he says that he will not step back. Yet Caesar swings his sword and makes a splash on his sword. Strange thing happens that Klina smells something and says that she smells of blood. She says to the hero, I don't think it is his blood. What do you think? Caesar Trent replies, you sent me after the wild men. That's it, cruel adventurer. They were the ones who used to kill others. That's why I have destroyed them, and I have also confiscated their rights. Hero is a little angry and says that I don't understand anything. If they were killer adventurers, then why did you come to them and listen to me? If they were so cruel, then they will come to see us. Why? Caesar says, that's it, it's clear, isn't it, when they saw this bloody face of yours from the day before they beat them with their fists. The hero, who is in a daze, is still unable to understand why both of them are sitting there holding on to their faces. Again and again he turns towards the knight and makes a very fearful face and asks, you both have a question. Look at my face, what are you saying? The knight says, it is writing to me that now we will not be saved. Yet Caesar moves forward with his heavy sword and says that this poor man is still alive and is talking like this to the boss. He touches the child and says that this child will not eat. This is a complete disaster because of Caesar. The person should be dead now, but the hero is running. Keep the wheel, he says, while trying to save you. The fate of you people is that Caesar has kidnapped you. Clean the blood on them. The scene changes and Linha's face is shining with happiness. She says that the boss is very brave. He has used these cuffs for his work without any reason, and now everyone is filled with wealth. The hero explains that this is a poisonous thing. If the wealth looted from the dungeon is hurt of blood, then no one will buy it. Everything will be clean, so no one will know from where it has come, and the price will also be good. Then he asks, what is the name of this bandit? Howlin calls from behind. Yes, I am Howlin. He is showing them the way out, but he realizes that those who are guarding the gate are also there. There are robbers. If they search, then they will keep 1/10 of your wealth in the name of tax. Hero thinks that there is tax in the other world too. He asks if I don't want to pay this tax. Caesar says very gently that if we kill you, then the tax saved is not too much. It is too much. Hero thinks that there is tax in the other world too. He is just shy and asks if I don't want to pay this tax. Caesar politely says that if we kill him, then the tax is not too much to pay. Linha says that she can use her beauty to try to impress him. Hero rejects him by saying walk away. Hero urges Hulin to see what happens as they reach the gate. Gut asks if they are going to bring Hulin back. He says nervously, haha, can we pass without checking? We have found a captured traveler on the way, so we are going to report to the flower. Gatch thinks for a while and then says it's okay, just give complete information to the buried followers later. This sounds strange to Dinhu Hero, but he escapes with the help of a stick, and in this way they finally go to the river. Then Caesar takes care of Holin and says, oh little bandit, you would have come here. There is a big danger that big troubles will happen, but nothing has happened here. Linu asks about this 10 coin, but both of them already knew that this guy is lying and he is just trying to steal 10 from them, and the money he was going to steal will make up for them. Hearing his story, his friends start abusing him that brother he is crazy and also this. It becomes clear that Hulin was really trying to steal from her. At the same time, Caesar is learning the induction technique, and by working with the protege he has stimulated her, causing both of them to start screaming and making noises, which increases their notoriety. Notoriety, and the rest of the people, just seeing the strange behavior of both of them, start wondering what has happened to them. Well, the line shows them at least the initial mission of the bug is completed and they get 10 gold as a reward. The system tells them that there is a repetition of this with the adventurer's bug, and then the receptionist says that this dungeon is still waiting for us to get a headache. It's good that you have caught them. It's nice that you don't have to pay the 10 that you would have asked if they kept waiting. He thinks that after going now he has understood the matter, but then the girl, while rolling the dice, says that I have been lying and I have not given it to him. So what happened to the girl? You will still have to pay 10 fee. All three of them come to their senses and they feel as if he is lying down and he is trying to lie down. This girl is also lying down. He was not going to complain yet when she said, stop, do you think this is too much? So I have a great idea. Why write my name as a seller of goods, then you will not have to pay any fee, she says while giving her papers. Its name is Errol, but it is clearly visible that this pulse is not going to be digested so easily and there must be some problem. The next chapter starts with a scene of lightning and a church where someone is talking about whether Sandman was caught by 3 people and he was swallowed, and this happened due to the scarcity of living a life of a son, and in the end Vasip is in the possession of some Chestanov and that prisoner has given his hand. There was a thud on him and a loud bang behind him, but the toast of the matter is that Caesar entered the room in the middle of the room and penetrated the whole of this guy's penis. Both of them stare at a friend and Caesar asks him if he is a priest. He asks the guest as to how long he can do for this, yet he shakes his head and says Brother Bast is not feeling well. After this the story goes to the scene of the hotel a few hours ago where the protagonist says that tonight we are going to keep him at some luxurious place. Lino is very happy and starts praising him that you are the best, we enjoy being with you. The same protagonist is thinking that as long as she has the hope that these guys are the ones who come to her, life is a nightmare. On top of that, the girl at the kiosk made the luggage entry in such a way that she had to pay less fee and got the full price of the luggage. She is surprised that her luck has brightened so suddenly. Instead of looking at her, she is so much better than she looks. She says while staring at the other girls that it is true there are many more children left than she looks. She is talking about him. He scares them and says that today we will not just sleep, today we will enjoy the whole day to celebrate the success of tomorrow's secret mission, but he prints the pockets in front of both of them. No one will make any kind of noise. As soon as they hear this, both of them start blaming each other and Caesar starts abusing this girl as he always does, but during some conversation the scene goes to the restaurant of the hotel. Weiss is now drinking wine and Caesar looks like a witcher. Pettigrew still gets scared and thinks that after listening to him enough he is in a moment of peace like this. Even then he asks Caesar how much wine both of you can drink, and then he tells you that he is still drunk and hence he cannot drink wine. Lena is just turning 15 and Caesar thinks that he had no idea that these children are so touched. He says that if they want to continue the adventure in the laboratory then Lena will have to learn direction navigation, but she refuses, saying that he is the smartest in the world. He says that he is just walking, then I will smoke a brick myself and make a map of it. While drinking, the thought that comes to his mind is that he is in constant trouble. No matter what he says, these two don't listen to him, but the strange thing is that he is also teasing Caesar, but the technician is not able to understand what he is talking about. Lina gets emotional and says, see, this was all about the happiness of being with us, so much so that it started a fight. She would have beaten Caesar. And she tells him to calm down, but suddenly Caesar walks in wearing his armor and says that he has just called a priest and now he is going to call the servant, and I myself do not understand what he is doing here. The story again comes to the present. That priest is standing there and is completely confused. He gives his prescription and tells that he is the priest of the time of doomsday and his name is Levick, but the angel lying on the technical bed, I tell him to come, it's nice to meet you, but he still doesn't understand this amazing spirit wheel. Normally these people are hidden till the last breath of the game, so what is he doing here? He is looking and asking, so the doctor is wondering what he is doing. Ndu directly says that his aim is the destruction of the entire world, but after hearing this the technician gets shocked as Lino is looking very excited. He becomes convinced that this guy is at least an evil. He asks how will these evil people of the world reach him. The priest says that it is very easy for the person who has the disease to kill him. The rest of the calculation, he will die in the name of the diseased child. Caesar says that now he is about to die because the boss has drunk. The priest tells him about this and says that he will not die so easily. He had heard that the girl has got poisoned by alcohol. Perdignust says, brother, this is a mistake. I drank only a small sip, that's all. It was my opinion that this servant has given birth to it. Now it is too late for the boys, so the priest can go. He at least suggests that he go to the hospital and thinks of paying him compensation for the time spent. He hands the priest a mic and the priest is still a little hesitant. Perdigan asks if he wants more. The man hesitates a little and raising his eyebrows says that this is the first time Leo has received any punishment for bringing shame to his church. The priest is so embarrassed by this that he loses his temper. Now he is not ready to go from there without thanking him. He starts chanting like crazy about the innocent people who had given their lives to swallow my god. Perdiganst is supposed to think that this guy is at least mentally complete, and Leo mockingly says like a psycho that now he is going to start the investigation of Doomsday End Times ritual. He turns the pages of his book and says he is calling this seizure, which rules over the diseases. I was still in a petrified shock when this guy hit the outside of the stomach with force of his thumb, but it seemed as if nothing had happened. He started thinking, brother, what had happened? He gets irritated with Caesar and he walks away calling the priest useless that this first lesson of yours has not done anything yet. The priest asks him to look outside from the stand. While he is looking outside he sees a man on the road. Died. The ptarmigan is lying there and asks the priest, brother, why is that man looking like he is about to die? Yet a black water surrounds the sky. He jumps out of the pond, lands straight on the road, sits his dog, and after checking the vitals of this man says that he is already dead. The people around are standing on the verge of death, yet they consider the ptarmigan to be the main thing. The mantra read inside and killed some unknown man walking on the road. Caesar asks him to move and he himself goes down from the window. He scolds the priest that you are absolutely arrogant, and on top of that you have not even healed the boss. Then he points a huge sword towards the priest, which is bigger than this priest, and does not give a warning that if nothing happens with this then it is okay. Then people give an explanation that the magic he has done is that of a human being. The life reduces its strength till it is killed, but Caesar is furious because due to this drama everyone's attention has turned towards him. While the boss had clearly said that today we have to remain calm, he is afraid that he has come to work to kill. Yet people ask whether this sword has been raised to threaten his clan. Caesar says that this is not a threat, he will not tolerate failure, and now people will value him for this. The priest is seen saying from above that stop fighting now. As soon as Caesar attacks, the priest disappears. Caesar tries to attack him from behind, but the priest blocks him and says that his power has been taken away by the damage that God has given him. The priest walks away angrily saying that he is actually stopping Caesar's fight. Caesar realizes that his fight to the death with the priests has started. Swords start flying here and there. The priest seems to be escaping. Another blow of the sword shatters the ground, but the priest disappears again. But suddenly the can-style tentacles come out and attack Caesar from behind. Sir, as I said, it is exactly the same as I said. The priest is completely stunned by the death, and while attacking he says that now Caesar will see the behavior of Shido spear. Caesar will take his sword. Rotating here, Caesar is blocking the people in front of us with the pressure of his cloaca born from his cloaca and tries to save himself by using his cloaca. Caesar charges again and has come in front of the priest, but the priest stops his attack as if it is no big deal. He writes to the prophet for a moment that the priest has become weak, but still one more corner from his stomach. That's the tip of the trigger, and the target gets worried that it may not push that thing into Caesar's chest, because if the target dies then the game is over for the target. There is a feeling of anger. I didn't know it, but it starts in the next chapter. As soon as the priest attacks with his tip, the target starts thinking how to stop it, yet he is shocked. The priest looks back. And it is written that he has thrown Caesar across, but not. In fact, the priest had just given him a narrow brush as if we had passed from the side of Caesar's hand. Caesar is in his hand and had given a strong blow to the stomach and chest of this guy, due to which he falls straight into the ground. That was the case. I thought for a while that this priest would join the priest's team. Caesar is worried that he has killed this bastard priest while the whole city is wondering what is this. Then he looks at the police and reads about them. People have damaged the government property. They are fighting in the middle of the city, and a woman standing nearby says that this guy has made him jump from the same floor where the child was born, and just by looking at Caesar he gets arrested. Lena asks what will father do. He went to work and get Lena. He writes to the policeman that he just has to get out of here. There is no discussion anywhere. He is sitting in front of the police station's office. The policeman says that he has no previous criminal record, but it seems that he is the one who commands Caesar. It is difficult to do one thing, but this child has never done any wrong thing before. Then the policeman says, now you have to explain why all this happened. Apart from this priest, a common citizen in the middle of the road has been struck by lightning. He was caught in the middle of your fight. He comes here and says that perhaps he will take care of you, but I am sick now. He starts his story. He says that Caesar had taken this priest to cure him. He did not know that he was a one-time priest. He did just what this guy said, but when he cast a spell on him he lost his way and got involved with someone else. The policeman says that your story is not working out. He thinks that the Tagant was trying to include this friend of the priest in his team, but the Tagant thinks that, to be honest, this story seems more like this, especially when Linyu has also reached behind the bars of the jail. He also does not want to end it. Linyu is crying that now what will we do with Diamond's army while he is in the jail, when he will do all this. When he is thinking, the policeman looks very excited. He thinks that the child is scared, and that's not all. He is not going to make any mistake. Now the child is going to call such a witness who will prove your crime. Completely wonder what happened next, but when the Tajist got lost the girl says it's good to see you again. Even the policeman is confused as to how they know each other when the girl is looking at him with her same narrow eyes. Oh brother, she saved our son. She says that this is shameful but writes to him that he has made a big mistake in taking everything for granted, but the girl still doesn't understand what is going on. The policeman says, hey, stop that you have. I don't say that you have any information about this man who was associated with this priest. She said that so there is very little possibility that she has anything to do with this priest or any black gang. She has a devilish look on her face which honestly looks like she has been in front of a policeman. She says that just by looking at it, it says that you would not want to pursue this person because of this your police. The policeman gets excited thinking about the fact that his appearance and reputation can be damaged, and from this he understands that if she loses this he will be in trouble, so it is better not to suppress him like this. And the fear has not blossomed. He feels that his brother's luck has shined and his trick has worked. All the blame has been removed in one fell swoop. He thinks that this time he really supported the writer and had decided to tell everything to these people. Errol says that he never thought that something like this would happen to him as soon as he joins the adventures. It's good that she arrived at the right time for the period. Pertjan says that he is in charge of it. Hearing this, Errol gets a mischievous and slightly evil smile on his face again, and she says that this means that now you have become an exclusive member of the group. After that she leaves saying that now everything is over, but Linu is sure that some big trouble is going to happen to them in the future. The surgeon says that it is too bad that he has not been able to sleep for a whole day, and now his life is about to die due to sleep. Yet suddenly Caesar looks at him and says that now is the time to treat him properly. The surgeon himself is confused that what is this donkey talking about, and the scene moves towards the treatment, and I am still not able to understand why these people are worried about giving him a little beer to drink. The doctor is standing there reading the healing mantra but says that he doesn't know why it is not working. The doctor answers that healing detects that the medicine has been used too much. The doctor starts thinking that maybe this is a curse which a sixth doctor like him cannot cure. The doctor is thinking that now I have gone to sleep a few days ago when he pretended to be hungover in the name of going to sleep. Caesar didn't listen to him and dragged him by force to treat him, and now he is trying to cure him even though in reality nothing has happened to him. Caesar gets angry and asks, what do you mean by saying that you can't heal him? Caesar catches him and tells him to stop making excuses. You should know that this car is on the road. And this is what happened. We were the ones who did it. Yet the perverted person thinks that he is the brother who happened to be passing in front of you. Yet suddenly someone from behind asks if this patient is not able to recognize the blood of the patient. The Caesar asks who is Betho, but the man says shut up. The same hero who looked back. The looks on the face of the person who saw him were telling that brother his appearance is like that of a brother. There is some strong curse on him. Then this white boy raised his hands and started looking at the witches, but his condition was tight. His hands were at work and he could not understand how this is happening. The name of this guy is Ali. Now you must be thinking that the boy's name is Ali. Brother, this is the truth. This is an intermediate press and he is feeling something black in his pulse after all on his boss. On the other hand, Ali is not able to even feel it. He believes that he would need a press of a lower level than this to take him. On the other hand, the eagles are leaning in such a way that the boss will come out. On the other hand, the diamond man is thinking that he is the best amongst the vultures, but I am angry at the lion that if he had just told the truth that he was pretending then in front of the eagles, nothing of the good will be left and no one will feed it again. Alan was about to run away from there in panic when he went and called the Grand Master, but Hiron rebuked him and said to him, Olin brother, keep it aside. I have something important to talk to you about my illness. Now the scene changes and we reach Alan's bookshop. The Hiron repeated his words that he should not involve the Grand Master in this matter. He thinks that even the guards at the bar will not be able to do anything, but no one can do it, which means that if this doesn't work then everyone present there will be killed. Aline says that his heart is breaking just thinking that the people who are taking care of these white eagles, his own form has been completely ruined due to alcohol. He continues to be emotional and says that till date he has never seen anyone who has sacrificed himself so much for others. Liquor should be poured inside it. It is said that this lattice dwarf Adar Hiran is crying inside and is thinking that how can I explain to this guy that I have taken my hand? Brother, he gives up and says, see, I have explained everything, now I am leaving. But Alan stops him and says, wait, I can give you such a buff that will reduce the duration of your drinking. As soon as that light shines on the hero, he starts sleeping in the bed. The thing is that all his hopes and dreams are actually starting to get better. Hero says that now I am moving and thanks him for it, but Alan once again scolds him. Seeing this girl's face, Eris' blood swells so much that he decides to join the hero's group. Hero doesn't understand what is happening. He tells Alan that the king has doubts about his ability. On the other hand, the hero is confused. It seems that someone is sitting behind and controlling all this. He is afraid that if he lulls for so long then someone will take away his hard work, so he says in Kata Kawa's, listen, your life is your guarantee in my team. If you come with me then your death is certain. The scene changes and people ask Alan what happened, and that work is done. He is about to say something when this doctor asks Lin Hu hero what had happened, because his face is looking much better than before and there are no tears left for Alan, and all he is saying is that brother, he is a human being, he is an angel, he believes that he should deceive everyone and pray for him. It seems that the hero refused to include him in his team because he did not want Alan to risk his life on any dangerous mission, but the very next moment the scene of an hour's talk about the rest is still sitting there shining brightly, but brother, looking at his tone, it doesn't seem that he is happy. Lena says that her skin is glowing but her figure is still the same. Even Caesar doesn't understand why this last climb has taken place here, says look, I don't want to hurt anyone, but both of you will have to accept that whatever mission the idea of joining hands has definitely come to fruition. As soon as they hear this, both of them get angry with each other and start blaming each other. On which the diamonds, while biting him, say that just do it now, the only thing that matters is how to find a solution to all this, and the solution to this is the art of washing the Bargangskal Mall. According to the system, this skill can extract gold from time to time. The higher your talent, the more gold you will be able to extract. Lena says while biting her nose that this is a very shameful thing. It is a very difficult job to feed a mole. Diamonds say that you don't know the real value of things, you just look at them. He calls the shop owner, who comes staring at him in a strange manner and asks what he wants to pay. Huron says look at the vegetable food which I have ordered. The owner says yes sir, I have ordered a lot, so what should I do? Then the heroes play their cards. This tells me that you must have earned as much money as you did today, just like he writes about his bargains. The owner's heart melts, and he says yes, it is true, let's free you all from my side. Hero explains to his followers that things can be achieved even by walking with hands and feet. Caesar felt that everything was explained to him, and then he slapped his hands on the table. He called the master again and asked the Lord, what must have kept you calm in the rain? I mean, what does this child actually want now? The master is not able to understand that Caesar is cooking something. The master stops watching something and then gives a warning saying that if you watch here, then what does this child really want? Is it not so that Caesar gets upset when he hears that now the whole city has become better today, the whole city has improved. We ourselves went to the police station and yet we come out with pride. No one can do anything to us. Diamonds are thinking the same thing again. Brother Caesar has again started using his language like that. However, the owner of the shop turns towards Diamonds in a very suspicious manner and asks if there is anyone. A new criminal has come to the singing market about which he does not know. He writes that these people are here only after knowing the importance of this place. When someone comes to visit, a gift door opens. Well, every house in this city has such doors, and from there comes out a whole giant fountain. The owner says smilingly that he likes the customers who keep their real destination clean. Caesar, as if he was in the same place, he goes to a site and says that brother, this mall bought that truck, it really worked, he should have fought it, and he gets his sword and straightens up. Half of the gangsters get killed in the first shot and the rest start coughing in fear. The system announces that you are a dangerous gangster. Caesar is running a restaurant in Egypt where a Carmel gang is running a restaurant. Caesar is destroying everything there. He tries to kill gang's base. He is stunned that in one attack half of his men read that he runs away everyone. He had ordered me to do the same, but his thrusts followed Lena, but he did not go. Lena asks very lovingly that when will my thrusts go to a girl as good as me? Perhaps she has some old friend, because while licking her sword she asks if she knows me. Within a few seconds the bast straw gets worn out. He starts apologizing while trembling, saying that he had made a big mistake by not feeding her the diamonds. He is standing there with the same scary look, and then it occurred to him that who is this prisoner? Huron says that what is the use of supporting him now? You did not recognize my junior, but she was a top-level fighter who had destroyed our entire community in a single day and then disappeared. Now the situation is such that every criminal in the city is trying to kill this fighter and his group. Lena, I am very happy to hear this, that she is so famous, but Hiren's head is wondering when did all this happen. Now the police were after them, now the criminals are also after them, which means that they can't trust anyone, but now there was no one to step back. Hiren, a child, stands up from his place and says with a blush, well, the whole city is chasing my junior, so it would be better if you tell me the names of those people who are after her. Also my desires, if he doesn't open the door no one from here will come out alive today. Bast feels that this boy is so heartless that he will kill everyone just for one thing. Diamonds pretends to be Spring and is about to order Lena to kill him. Then Bast got upset and said that he will tell the whole truth. Diamonds warned him not to even try to lie in front of him. Then Bast revealed the secret, and in fact the whole robbery happened. The organization is in disarray at this time. Lena asked what happened after his departure. Bast told that the identity of the big criminal gang is slowly disappearing, and all this is happening because of a young boy who has recently joined the group. He is a bit strange in nature but has a very strong mind. He has taken over the entire organization with just his words. He has brought big officials to his side and is doing the work. Since then he has been taught many times and he has started earning. Also, it is also said that he used to be a vagabond before the beginning of his life. The boss further said that he is not a hero but has made immense power in the group. He has the power to clean the entire area and has a boss-like charisma. He has offered that if the hero becomes the master of the mirrors, his fame will leave everyone behind. She slapped the crowbar on his head and asked him to touch it, but the hero stopped her. The hero said that he can suit for this offer because he too has been fed up with the mistake of the little ones. If the owner wants to sleep on him all over the place, then he is ready to take it. Linhu went ahead of the goose and started saying that all of them are criminals and will betray them as soon as they meet, but the hero calmed her down and said that no one has ever taken care of him. That he will be thrown away anyway. He has no other option. If he has to survive, then he will have to swear loyalty on his hair. At that very moment, the hero activated his bat print. Everyone wanted to do the same, but suddenly the situation changed. Now the entire criminal group running this restaurant had become loyal to the hero, and now their area was a territory. The owner started kissing the hero, and the system also became famous that of now he has his base and has moved on. Hero announced that from now on his foundation will be named Black Mountain. Caesar immediately asked him what was his future plan. He thought that Hero would capture the entire city, but Hero said that his first goal was to open the labyrinth. This was a bit frustrating, but Hero explained that he did not just want the wealth and the city, but he was interested in the tractor monsters there, and he wanted to rule over the illiterate people of the city. Instead of this, he wants to control the living beings. Yet the scene changes, and we see this guy in the street of East District who is in the restaurant. There is news of an occupation. There is a huge guy standing near him whose name is Mr. Tama. He looks like Tama, just a little bit cheap, but in the next chapter the hero clearly says that he is not there because of any crime or any law of the country. If he wants to become the best, then he will move forward on his own strength. The system has made the team miserable, and this time after the capture, the notoriety of these robbers has also been added to the hero's account. Meanwhile, the bald guy had been in the prison ever, but his partner said that at least he could save his life and came out. Yet a police officer came there and scolded the person who was with him, that is Tama, saying that it is legal for him to roam around with such a big weapon. Told that these days people with big guns are creating a lot of trouble in the city, hence this sword has to be confiscated, but it turned out to be a goose too. He attacked the policeman without thinking. Now let's go back to the hero. The system tells that the end of Block Mountain Gill's infamy has reached beyond 1,000. Now the trouble is that any member of the group will do anything, and this will directly result in the same score. Hero is passing through the stairs of the city and is feeling a little sad because ever since he has taken over this restaurant, everyone has been chasing him. Now he is not feeling even more sad after this, because the more there is talk, the chances of earning money will also increase. The strange thing is that his followers are liking this negative publicity very much. Excited, but at the same time she is also angry inside and says to both of them in a cold voice, why do we want to go to hell? We will crush this cloak and keep it. Our lives can also be saved. If someone gets jealous, then let me tell you that I was there to get jealous. But both of them did not respond to you at all. She calmly says to them, hey bastard, cool down a bit, where you have just got the ass of bastard. So much so that Caesar too was intoxicated and said, now the game has started, let's pay attention to what I had said earlier. Hiro Bashiro was wondering what was going on in the mind of both of them. Now he was thinking all this that suddenly the clock of entering into the system is saved now in the whole city there is only one restaurant near him which means that there is no one there. The Spidia is scared he jumps and thinks that he had just touched that place and was still sitting he started walking and as expected it was the same boy who announced as soon as he came that he has come to bring back his thing.